And welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and this is a brand new character. Now, I know it's a filler character, but it's Sith. You gotta get excited about filler characters when they're Sith. This is the Sith Marauder. Now, he's obviously going to be a dark side Sith attacker. That's pretty awesome. And then it just basically says he's a destructive Sith attacker that takes advantage of all the buffs and debuffs. Now, it seems like a pretty cool cat, pretty straightforward. He's just got 2 attacks, 1 basic, 1 special. Let's check these out. So the first one, Strength Through Passion, basically just says he deals physical damage and inflicts offense down for 2 turns. He kind of neuters the offense of the opponent, but it's a single target attack, and it doesn't seem like it does that much damage. Then we move on to Victory Through Power. Victory Through Power says it will deal physical damage to a target enemy and grant all allies potency up. Now, the potency up's pretty cool. This is an excellent ability to get the potency up for PvE content when you're trying to apply debuffs and or in arena when you're trying to make sure certain stuff sticks. So pretty cool potency up, but again, it's not super overpowered. Now, it has a caveat for characters and raid bosses. If it's a character, it's going to, if it crits, which in this picture it crits, the target's max health will be reduced by 15% until the end of the encounter. That's actually pretty significant. That's your total max health pool being shrunk by 15%. And if he hits you more than once, you're going to go down by 15% each subsequent hit. For raid bosses, this attack's going to ignore all armor, which means he's going to do quite a bit more damage in PvE. Interesting to see what he does. We don't have any footage with him doing that. Now, that's kind of okay. It's not really a big deal, but the unique "The Force Shall Set Me Free" is actually where it gets pretty insane. So he gains buffs through buffs and debuffs, basically for every buff on anyone. This could be your guys, the opponents, anything like that, all characters. If there's any buffs on the field, every single buff gives them plus 5% defense, plus additional 5% health steal, and plus 5% tenacity. It's going to make it, if there's a lot of buffs on the field, where he can't get debuffed because he has such a high tenacity, where he's going to be able to gain a ridiculous amount of health steal, such as, you know, he hits for 16 grand, but he gains 28,000 health. I actually saw that in some of the footage, and his defense is going to be so high that when you hit him, it's not going to be for a whole lot. So it's going to make him more durable. That's if any buffs are out. If any debuffs are on the playing field, he's going to get 2% additional critical chance. So he could pretty much make sure he guaranteed crits when he's running with characters such as Darth Vader, who are going to obviously be debuff heavy and place tons of debuffs out. He's going to get 2% extra for every single debuff critical chance, an extra 2% offense for every debuff, and an extra 2% potency for every debuff. So the unique is really what makes him unique. Of course, he does it all in style. I've got a video they submitted. Of course, this is all beta footage. Some of it will be against Gear 12. Some will be against Gear 11. You can see it for yourself. I'm actually going to watch it with you and just kind of check it out and do a little analysis of the video that I'm taking a look at. All right, here we go. So they're going against a kind of meta team. It's got Old Ben, R2, CLS, and Han Solo. Not too bad of a team to test against. Leia, not so much. I'd probably leave her out, but let's see how he does. So far, it's looking not so good. The Rebels are doing what the Rebels do. Now, look at all of the buffs and look at all of the debuffs. Do you see that? He hit for 8,000, but gained way more health than that. They're taking Old Ben out right away. Giving them the buffs. But it's a pretty good analysis. This is a Gear 12 team, it looks like, for the most part. Now here's his special. Whoa! 28K! Yeah! That I could get behind. That special was pretty dope. Did you see how much health steal he got off that hit? He gained like twice what he did. That is awesome. Being an attacker, and I know, he, like I said, he's probably a marquee event character. You're probably just going to get him. Everybody's going to get him at 3 stars, and he'll be farmable here probably in the next 3 months. Obviously, something's a-stirring in February for the Sith, so pretty exciting. Sith Assassin is the login character. This crazy coot, man, look at that. 21K on his basic. Things are stacking, obviously. So, pretty cool. Let's see who else we've got. All right, this is kind of a Titan team, so this will be interesting. It's got General Kenobi, of course, Thrawn, Darth Nihilus, CLS, and a Rex lead. So this is actually a really good, solid meta team. Has been meta for a very long time, about 8 months now. Of course, the Wampa really looks good in all of this footage. Here's his basic, 16K, not too shabby. And the Wampa's fractured. They got to get rid of Nihilus, man. Or Nihilus is going to do what Nihilus does. Let's see if he does his special. 35K on his special. You know, I'd get behind 35K all day. That is a pretty solid damage. It's kind of like a Han Solo for the dark side. He doesn't have a stun, but 2 basic attacks, a basic and a special, and it's really his unique that makes him unique. Well, they made pretty quick work of the Rex-led meta team. Woo! Pretty crazy. All right. Ewoks, Murder Bears, yeah! Let's see how they do against the Murder Bears. Man, Murder Bears are doing pretty good. Special for 28K, not too bad. Again, he puts that potency up for the whole team. That's pretty awesome. He also, everybody's got critical immunity because of General Kenobi. It's pretty interesting. The developers really like their General Kenobi. They throw him in a lot of this footage, and I think that's a sign. They know he's pretty stout, and they like to place him in the teams. I think that's a clue that he's a pretty good character. Oh, and he's back to life. Ah! Finish him off, Darth Vader. There you go. 37K, and it wasn't even a crit. Mass attack. All right. I can get behind that. Whop. Here we go. Whop, pop. I love that. The Wamp is pretty dope. There you go, 9,000, but he gained like 18,000 health. So he'd be a really hard guy to kill underneath a Darth Nihilus-led team. If any of you out there want to dust off your Darth Nihiluses, get them out. This is a character that could totally bring Darth Nihilus back to Arena. That would be exciting. Now here is a more meta team. It's obviously the CLS-led team that everybody's been going against. This is actually true meta. 33K on special with potency up. Not bad. Gear 11 General Kenobi, so it's not a completely maxed out team. Gear 11 Thrawn. But we know how potent this meta team that they're going against is. I mean, look at this. Emperor Palpatine is sadly destroyed already. Cleanse them off! Cleanse them off! All right, let's get this. Let's do it. Bop. Right through foresight because it cannot be evaded. Yeah, he's going to miss on this one. That'd be cool if they made his ability able to go through foresight. That would have been really OP. Because Wampa can do it, man. Wampa goes right through foresight. If you didn't know that, Wampa's your man. He's excellent at going through foresight. Same with Han Solo, and they both do a terrible amount of damage. Bam! All right, they're winning, but man, it's this is a pretty tough build to fill, even with the Wampa in the back kicking major butt. Although if you notice, the Sith Marauder seems to be pretty unaffected in every battle. There's another 27K. That's solid damage for an attacker. Interested to see what his stats are. It looks like he's got pretty high armor penetration. Ooh, Nightsisters! Woo! Let's do it! Let's see how they do against Nightsisters. Night Spirit, man. Nightsister Spirit is a really good character. All right, let's see how much damage he does with the special. Whop, 45k! Whoa! Dang! All right, man, they're having to put too much energy into that character. There you go. Get some days up. Again, the Wampa is really showcased well in all of this beta gameplay footage. And you'll notice the weak link is actually, in fact, General Kenobi, their favorite character to put in these teams. And the reason is he just has no way of regenerating his health. And so because of that, he's more of a liability against the Nightsisters than anything. He works pretty much against every other team, but Nightsisters, there are other characters that would be better suited putting in your team. And you'd notice he's the only one with Plague that's staying on. And that's all she wrote. That was a pretty fast battle. Not too shabby. Golf clap. Tick, 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 tick. Oh, it's kind of a mirror match, except for we've got the Wampa and they've got Darth Maul. Shame on them. Days. All right. Let's stun them all. And let's do the special. Do the special. Do the special. Wow. 43k. Yeah. Oh, man. What's the... they're in 2x speed. They're in 2x speed, and this is absolutely batty. It's not even... the first minute hasn't even gone up. Oh, my gosh. This is crazy. Whop, whop. That's nuts. 37k. Man. 420. It took 40 seconds. It took 40 seconds to destroy that team. That is absolutely crazy. So it says in PvE that the Sith Marauder's basic ability, Strength Through Passion, generates offense down. We know that, right? It's going to go ahead and neuter the opponents. It says the Victory Through Power is effective in dealing damage against raid bosses and giving you potency up, which would obviously help with applying debuffs. As far as the unique, it scales exceedingly well with the Vader lead as it helps Sith Marauder spin up over time. I don't think it really needs to spin up. I mean, if those buffs and debuffs are going off like against a Rey team, Rey gets tons of buffs up lightning fast, and Darth Vader gets those buffs up lightning fast because of his rework. Spinning up, I think he's going to be pretty OP right from the start. I think he actually will spin down in reality. If you watch that footage that I watched, he was hitting pretty solidly, but as people are dying, there's less people to have buffs and debuffs, which scales down the amount of hellsteel and potency and health and all that kind of stuff that he gets from that. So anyway, I agree to disagree on that. I think he'll do great. It also says he'll play well against or with a Nihilist lead. I mentioned that in the video. I do think that this would be really amazing with Sith Trooper, Sith Assassin, Sith Marauder. And remember, I know this is just probably going to be a marquee character, nothing to get too super excited about, but we know Sith Assassin and Sith Trooper are solid, and I mean solid characters in the game. And so this guy's probably going to be a pretty deadly and solid addition to the Sith. Now, in PvP, it says that his saber throw is mesmerizing. I would have to agree with that. That's pretty good. He fits in nicely under Darth Vader and Darth Nihilus, so that's pretty cool. And then, of course, Sith Marauder pairs nicely with Wampa because they both have synergy with Vader's lead. They did showcase Wampa a lot, and if you're not going for Wampa, I would, because he is absolutely amazing. I've been running him for the last few days in Arena with my Jedi Training Rey team, and it's been super fun whopping everybody in Arena. Anyway, I think they also say it mentions that it will help with territory wars, and I'm sure territory battles, it gives it a boost because it's another dark side character. Anyway, this character looks like a solid addition to the game. I don't know. I'm pretty excited about it. What are your guys' thoughts on this character? Make sure that you leave them in the comments down below, and keep your gaming on. Warrior, out.
We about to turn it on. about to turn it on. Turn it on.